With us now, UKIP leader Nigel Farage and Conservative MP Peter Bone. You'd think they had something in common. But that's because you do. So this isn't such a big surprise, is it? Holding hands over the political divide. No one should really be amazed that you two are joining forces, Nigel.
Well, you know, the story over the last few months has been that the Leave campaign is divided, they're at each other's throats, people are vying for position.
Well.
And what this initiative led by Peter, and I'm just a foot soldier, following and helping. What this initiative has done is there'll be 6 of us on the platform in Kettering in a couple of weeks' time, and it'll be the first of a big rolling series of meetings that are going to go right across the United Kingdom. And I think there is a big positive message. Whatever differences we might have had in the European elections or the general elections are irrelevant compared to what we see as the most important vote we'll have in our lifetimes.
You agree on that, but you agree on lots of other things too,
but,
so it wasn't difficult
where
for
you're
you.
slightly wrong is Go, Grassroots Out, was an organisation set up myself, Tom Persclove, the member for Corby, and Kate Hoey, the Labour member for Vauxhall. We're bringing together Labour, Conservative, UKIP, DUP and non-aligned to work together at grassroots. Whatever the different people argue about at the top, locally, we're going to work together as one team. And that's the difference. That's what's new. That's never happened before.
Right. What about the other groups? I mean, you say, you know, you have been sort of united, but there have been problems and splits.
No,
there have been two groups. Yeah, there have been the two groups, and there's been evidence for it. In a sense, there has been infighting between yourself and Mr. Carswell.
I say quite the opposite, because you know, Mr. Carswell backs one of those two groups that are vying for the umbrella group. Look, we've no idea when the referendum's going to be. If we spend all our time arguing...
You thought it was in June. You said you almost made a bet on this programme.
Well, it may well be, but the point is, rather than waiting to see who gets the designation, the point about Go is it's saying, right, let's get back off our backsides, get out there and get campaigning, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Are you talking to Eurosceptic ministers who are now going to be able to, cabinet ministers who are now going to be able to campaign freely?
Absolutely. Now that David Cameron...
Who have you talked to?
Eurosceptic minister.
Yeah. Names, please?
No, these will all come out. You know that they can't actually come out until the negotiations are finished, or which will probably be in February. But there are ministers talking to us now. We will be setting up Go groups across the countries in constituencies everywhere. It is the working together. And it's the first time I've known Labour, UKIP, Conservatives working together on the ground. And that's the key thing. And actually, from a Go point of view, we don't care who gets designation for the referendum. That doesn't we want. But you would talk about two groups. There are actually about 40 different groups. Yeah, Better Off Out, Rouge Group, Freedom of Association, you know, on and on. We're getting them united on the ground, and you cannot wait until near June to do it. We have to get on and running now, and that's what we're doing.
What about Boris Johnson's comments? I don't know if you've heard them this morning, sounding pretty Eurosceptic, or hedging his bets, one might say.
Yeah.
But do you think you could
do this?
Yes.
Look, I think the attitude, and we discussed this earlier today. We want Boris Johnson. We want as many high-profile figures as possible. Who knows? Maybe even the Prime Minister will come back disappointed and say he's going to back us.
Do you believe that?
No, not for a moment. But
I asked in the Commons whether he would like to join Go, and he said he will consider it and make his decision. No, the Prime Minister make his decision after negotiation. And wouldn't it be wonderful if the Prime Minister decided to campaign to leave the EU? I think that would help enormously.
Are you an inner or an outer?
I'm a Remain. I can't wait for the Kettering Declaration. I think it's going to be very interesting. Well, it's fascinating to hear the boys doing this, because it's so much part of the psychodrama of Britain and Europe. We've never been able to handle it since Monet turned up out of the blue in London in May 1950 from Paris with a coal and steel community plan. And the reason we can't handle it is it's not left-right. Our party divide is not constructed to handle the European question, because it busts up parties within, busts up families within. And so it's really quite significant that... And also, I don't want to be unkind, because you're both in a benign mood and so am I, but your side of the argument is almost Trotskyite in its capacity to have splits, including you and this...
Nigel Farage looks shocked. Just briefly.
So if you can pull this off, this is really quite something, your Kettering.
Well, that's the point about it, isn't it?
And the youngest Conservative MP, Tom Persclove, is a founder member of Go. So it's not old or young. It's cross-party,
fascinating,
cross-age.
fascinating though this is. We have to stop it there. But thank you, Peter Bone. You're staying. You're remaining for this.
There we are.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.